2.
What's up, peeps? Welcome to the 7th episode of Feast, Frank, Eric, Andy Social Talk. As a reminder, we will be live from the Bellagio in Las Vegas at Workplace Benefits Media on July 23rd. So we hope to see you there. If you are going to be there, let us know down in the comments. Traditionally, when we started this Feast out, we really brought it to the very basics. How you get started in social media, creating content, all kinds of tips and tricks that we've given you over the past 6 episodes. And hopefully you're doing it. Hopefully you've made that first video. And if you have, make sure you tag us in it. If we've inspired you to create video, we'd love to know. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of investing in yourself as it relates to social media. So me personally, I've been creating video for just under a year. And I started out, for those who may not know, I met Gary Vee May of last year, and he told me, dude, create video. You create video and you will see changes that happen. And it took me a few months to do that, but my following has increased. I went from about 400 followers, 458 to be exact, now I got about 11,500. And they're the right connections. I've built some amazing connections here. But I've also invested in myself. I've invested in my equipment that I use. I use different camera now, lighting. I have all kinds of things that I use during that process. I've invested in editing software, and I'm always trying out tips and tricks. I do all of this on my own, and it takes time. I have to commit and know that I have to teach myself editing. I have to teach myself different styles of pushing out content and creating frames and what works and what doesn't work. So I'm always investing in myself. So not only financially, but also through time and effort and putting content out. It's like a part-time job. You got to create the content. You got to come up with what you want to talk about, and you have to get out there and engage. You put that video out there. If someone is going to take a few seconds out of their day to comment on my content, I'll be damned if I'm not commenting back and thanking them and engaging with them and also interacting on other people's posts. So it's time, financial investments, but also your time investments. What say you, Eric?
All right. Yeah, man. Look, I completely agree, Frank. And, you know, I've been preaching this to the salespeople I've been hiring for years. I've hired and trained thousands of sales reps. And I always talk about and the same thing applies to me. I always talk about time and money. You have time, you have money. When you're early on in your career, you're early on in your social media time to build your brand. Maybe you have more time than you have money that you want to invest. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you have more money than you have time, so you want to outsource it all, and that's okay too. But when I started building my brand a few years ago, and I had to unskin myself from my carrier days so I could not be associated as a carrier, I wanted to be my own self, my own brand. I spent countless hours, weeks, months investing time, not money, time in writing articles, long form blog posts and articles for all the industry trade publications that would have my content. And that's how I slowly but surely over the course of those years built my brand and built my identity within my industry. And it's paid off many times over to the point where now, particularly with a family and the kids are out playing and so forth, we can all appreciate if you have kids. I have more money, not a lot, but I have more money than I have time. So I now outsource some of my writing. I edit it. I outsource a lot of the different stuff that I do. So therefore, it allows me to continue with the great content, but it also allows me to invest in my actual business and time with my family. And that, of course, led to video and led to all the various fun things that you see that a lot of the folks on this call see me doing accordingly. Andy, what about you, brother?
Yeah. Here's the investment I want to talk about. Frank, you mentioned the importance of doing video. I want to talk about how to have good presence on video. I've had a lot of people over the last year or so tell me, I just look natural on camera. I'm so good behind camera. But I'll tell you guys, that is not natural. That is after investing a lot of time and money in becoming a better presenter and a better speaker. I see so many people who are good in a one-on-one conversation, and then they turn the camera on, they go, and they don't know what to say, and they sound monotone, and they sound blah, blah, blah. Just be natural, and that comes with practice and investing in yourself. And I can tell you, when you invest in becoming a better presenter, a better speaker, and practice, it's the unintended consequence is going to be that you become better behind the camera. And so when you are on camera, when you're creating videos, instead of getting that presenter voice, you're going to be natural having a conversation with the camera, and that's going to make your content better. So not only invest in making video, but invest in getting good presence on video. Now, before we leave, I do want to remind you, we will be live at the Bellagio at EBA on July 23rd, 11:15 a.m. Do not miss it if you are going to be there, because I promise you the content we will be providing that day is going to be off the charts. Guys, what do you think?
You better be there.
You said it all.
Human interaction. I want to see you there.
Have a great day, guys.